folks, Chris Voss here from thechrisvossshow.com, thechrisvossshow.com. During the blog post, we want to share with you, of course, review the latest in social media and technology. I sit on what's called the Klout Squad, which is a group of members that give advice to Klout and give them feedback, and some people that they bounce stuff off of. So it's important I disclose that at the beginning of this conversation here. I have liked Klout from the very beginning. I've been very supportive of their scores. Do I think that the Klout score is the greatest thing in the world and you must have it and you must lose sleep if your score goes up and down? No, but I do see the potential and the drive of how this can really help in the future to identify social power, social influence, etc., etc. And well, most people seem to forget that it's still something in its infancy, and certainly doesn't measure all the key components that you possibly could measure on influence. And certainly that's it's quite a the internet is so large it would be hard to measure all that, especially for a small startup company. But given it's heading the right direction in what's going on with what Klout is trying to do, and I think a lot of people need to give Klout a little bit more time to be able to get the dialing in right, to be able to get all the information put in and find the right methodology to make this work. And I think if anybody out of all the Klout scores that I've seen so far, they tend to get it the most right that they possibly can. And I know some people take into their personal things of, well, I'm more important than this. Well, really, it comes down to how you use social media, and that's what this measures. So let's talk about a few things. Basically, Klout has overhauled their whole system of doing scoring. And one of their reasons for doing so is, number one, to also make their score more accurate and better, but also to give the user more transparency. That's been the biggest complaint of people wanting transparency as to how their score works. Now, obviously, a company can't give you the secret formula, the secret sauce, or otherwise all their competitors would do that too, and some of this has to be proprietary. But let's take a look at some of the advances they made. They're going to be changing the pages, and most everyone should see that page roll out this morning. I believe at 10 a.m. is when this will roll out. Let's take a look. You've got your score still up here. What they've done is they've tried to make the most accurate, transparent influence measurement tool in the social media market, and updates a major step in that direction. They've added more variables to the score. You can see here they've got a greater breakdown for you of information that you can take and utilize. You can see your 1-day change, 7-day change, 30-day change, 90-day change, etc., etc. Let's see if we can't bring that in maybe a little bit better. Let's take a look there. There we go. All right, so we can see how much 7% of it's Twitter, which is a large volume maker. What they've done is they've started to include real-world influence now based on Wikipedia, LinkedIn titles, and plus K received in Klout. Yeah, your friends on Twitter or Facebook who plus K'd you. The updated score model includes more data, real-world influence. It shifted the distribution from an average Klout score of 20 to 40. So that makes a difference in everyone's Klout score. I'm going to be interested to see what mine is going to be when this launches. When your Klout score rises, you'll see what content contributed the most through your new moments feature. We'll get to that in a second. You can see who was influenced by your content, what network it was posted to, and how it impacted your score. So you're going to get much more transparency here. Currently, the Klout score is made up of 7 networks: Facebook profiles, Twitter, LinkedIn, Foursquare, Google Plus, and personal profiles, Wikipedia, and plus K on Klout. And all Klout users will receive an updated Klout score at the same time when this launches. So this will be pretty interesting to see what the changes are going to be. I'm sure there's going to be lots of complaints. People love to complain about stuff. We'll see how that works. But here's a rundown. You can kind of see breakdown: Twitter, Facebook, Google Plus, some other details. Looks like there's a button here. This is a picture, so we don't have the functionality of the forthcoming website. You can see here you can invite friends. This shows you your social interactions for the last 90 days and how it's gearing to you, different topics you can add. You can see your interactions here. Let's take a look at moments. Now, this is something that they've taken and added to the system to basically what a moment is. It's a social media post that's been created by you and has generated a response from people in your networks. They analyze the updates, they highlight your best posts for your review on your profile, and display all of your content on the dashboard. Okay? So you can see here some key moments of Joe Fernandez, who's the CEO of Klout.com. You can see his score, his networks, some of his influencers, his topics, and other people that have posts of his, or moments, if you will, of his that have been very influential in the last 90 days. The moment shows you what network you posted it to, when you posted it, and the people who engaged in it. You can see here below all the different people who engaged in the moment, and their scores are actually attached to their pictures. You can remove a moment from your public profile by clicking a gray X button. You get a small green meter in the upper right hand corner of the moment that shows you how much impact it had on your Klout score. There you go. You're going to get more openness and transparency. Moments can be surfaced from the networks that contribute to the Klout score: Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Foursquare, LinkedIn, and Klout. Moments will only surface on your public profile for public posts on your social networks. Your public profile will surface a selection of your best moments. These are for your public posts only. So if you do private posts, these aren't going to show up or likely be measured. So it's probably very important that you are posting publicly. We'll roll out moments gradually to all users over the next coming weeks. So you may not quite see this on the rollout this morning at 10 a.m. With the new design that's going to roll out. Let's take a look at one other feature. We'll take a look at this is the design look. Of course, this is another feature of moments where you can see more moments and all that good stuff of what Joe Fernandez has done. Let's take a look. We're going to actually go back to this screen here, and in doing so, what we're going to do is take a look. They've redesigned this whole area also to have fresh design highlights, most influential moments. There's metrics, updated charts, moved influence into your private dashboard, so the best moments you can focus on your public Klout profile. They no longer are going to have the true reach, the amplification, the network impact, and Klout style. They've gotten rid of all that, so that's gone. They just didn't feel people were interacting with them, with those features. They moved achievements to your notification center, so you'll still be able to get your achievements. Lists have been moved to the Friends tab, and the blue and gold banners are no longer available. I don't remember seeing those, but I guess they were there. Klout design will be available for most people as it rolls out here, and it'll be pretty cool. So that's the rundown on what Klout has taken and done. I really think it's an important update. I like how they're broadening the base of what they take and measure from, and I think that's important. I like how they are trying to give people more transparency, a little bit more control at seeing what the results are and really what influences their score and makes a difference in it. Whether or not you should spend nights worrying about it, or whether you should work harder to post so you can manipulate your Klout score, it's probably not a good idea. Do what you do and measure yourself based upon what you're comfortable doing, and that's the really most important part. I certainly don't post to manipulate my Klout score. I really don't give it too much thought. The last thing I think about on a daily basis is my Klout score. I focus on creating great content that people are interested in, sharing and changing and influencing the world, hopefully to a better part. And if by so doing that increases my Klout score, hey, great, that's a definite side benefit. So be sure to check it out. Go to Klout.com, tell them Chris Voss sent you, and tell us what you think of the new Klout score update. I think it looks pretty cool, and I'm happy to see it being rolled out and some new advances. And I'll look forward to, if it's not perfect or you don't think it's perfect, I'm sure the Klout's going to keep making it better and better and better as they have, and that's definitely been something that's been important to them. Thanks for coming by the ChrisVossShow.com. Be sure to check back often.